day life's happening. Some days are more eventful. Others, living protected with insurance you can depend on changes your life for the better. We insure the people and things you care about. Not Agency. We'll help you find the right coverage so when life happens, you have the right insurance protection for your family and business. When life happens, live protected. Non-agency for all your insurance needs.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, October the 18th. We got a couple of topics today. We're going to talk about Mo2GO app and pet health tips for Halloween. But let's start first of all with Angela Nelson, the Department of Revenue. Good to have you here, Angela.
Department of Insurance.
Department of Insurance, yes. Right. Yeah, not the Department of Revenue. You can't get your license from her. But the Department of Insurance, and you have a new app.
Yes.
That really, it's pretty good for most people. And I was impressed by it, and I asked you, I said, what's the catch here? And you said there is no catch.
No catch at all.
It's called Mo2GO.
Mo2GO.
And what is it?
So this is an app, Paul, that is for consumers, anyone who has insurance, to help them keep their insurance information organized. And it really was inspired, if you want to say, by what we saw after the Joplin tornado a couple years ago. And what we realized is that in many instances, folks were running out of their homes and protecting their lives, which is what they should be doing. They were forgetting their insurance information, but what we soon realized was that they always had their phones with them. And I know for me, my life is on my phone. And so that really is the genesis. Let's find a way to help consumers organize their insurance information and keep it handy.
So how do you get the Mo2GO app?
You can go to either the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and download it for free. When you walk into the app itself, you see that you have the 4 different types of insurance that you can choose from. And for instance, I'm going to go to the auto insurance. That's something that most everyone has. You have the ability to store your company and your agent information about your car. We have information here, so if you're in a wreck and you need to know what to do, there's another link to another app that you can utilize that will walk you through that. But I'll show you, for instance, on my car information, I can go right here, open it up. I have a picture of my car. And if I have a little bit of a lead foot one day, Paul, and I get pulled over and I need to show that law enforcement officer my insurance card, I've got it right there. Very easy. I've got my proof of insurance.
Now, do you have to download this into the app? Do you take a picture of the card and download it, or is it automatically there when you give your information?
You take a picture of it and all the information is stored on your phone. So like our department, the state, no one has access to the information that you have. It is solely for your use.
Okay, so when you download this app, you take a picture of everything that you want stored in there. It's not going on the internet.
No.
It's staying strictly in your phone.
That's exactly right. And really the cool thing, like I was telling you about, is just, for instance, this morning, my son is in college up in Kansas City, and he called me and mentioned that he needed to get his contacts refilled, and he didn't have the Vision ID card. So I was able to go into my Mo2GO app and pull up our Vision ID card, and I could text that to my son in Kansas City, and he was able to get that on his phone and use it this morning to get his contacts refilled.
Okay.
So very handy.
So it's called Missouri Mo2GO. You can pick it. You can get it free at the Google
Play Store
or
the Apple App Store.
Okay, Angela Nelson, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Okay, from the Department of Insurance.
Department of Insurance.
All right, Angela Nelson, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now we turn to my friend over here, Dr. C.B. Chastain, from the University of Missouri Veterinary
Health Center.
Health Center. Okay, it used to be called Teaching Hospital, now it's a health center. But we got Halloween coming up shortly, and you wanted to pass along some safety tips for our pets at Halloween.
Correct. One of them is candy, because they're in individual pieces, and it's real easy easier for dogs and sometimes cats to get to the candy.
Yeah.
Of course, we're mainly worried about chocolate.
So chocolate can be deadly for dogs.
If they get enough of it, yes.
What about cats?
Not so much with cats, and cats don't like sweets that much, so they're less likely to eat it.
What else?
Candles. Because if you have candles in like jack-o'-lanterns, it becomes a fire hazard because they can attract dogs and kittens and might turn it over.
Knock it over and catch on fire.
Some of the candles are scented, and the scent fumes can be toxic to birds, so you have to be careful where you put those.
I never thought about that. Another one?
Costumes is another one. A lot of people like to put their pets in costumes for Halloween. That's kind of fun, but you have to monitor them at all times because they can get caught up in them and injure themselves, or they may chew off pieces of it and swallow strings or objects off of the costume, and so you don't want that to happen.
So much of what you're saying really is just common sense, thinking about what we do around the animals.
Right. The big one is you have a lot of strangers coming, you're opening the door, holding the door open, and a lot of cats and dogs escape and are lost forever because of that. And so you want to have a lot of ID on their collars.
Or the microchip.
Right. The ID might be more effective in getting the pet back in a bigger hurry, I guess, because anybody can just read what's on the collar.
Exactly.
You ought to put your cell phone on there.
Yeah.
The best answer is to put them in a quiet room with soothing music and just let them snooze Halloween
keep
over.
them away from the front door that you open, because
Correct.
And the other thing, it could startle them too when you open the door and there's somebody in a horror costume.
Yeah, I'm afraid my dog Abby might bite some of the people that came to the door, so she gets locked up.
Yeah. So just keep in mind, if you have any questions about any of this, is there a website that people can go to about Halloween safety for their pets?
There is, but I don't know what it is.
Well,
right
you know
now.
what?
The Humane
Google it.
Society has one.
Yeah, the Humane Society, or you can just go to Google and put Halloween safety tips for pets.
Correct.
And that would take care of it.
Or you can go to the American Veterinary Medical Association. They also have handouts and information on Halloween.
Okay. Dr. C.B. Chastain, we're out of time for today, but thank you so much for coming by. And I hope your hand heals up very quickly there.
Me too.
A little
Thanks,
mishap
Paul.
on your horse.
Yeah.
C.B., thank you so much for coming by. Out of time for today. Tomorrow, MU Theater, and we'll tell you about the Phoenix Health Program. Our program directed by Travis McMillan, Reynolds Journalism Institute, audio Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director is Zach Sayer, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. Have yourself a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.